Hey there folks, it's your boy B3, back with another fantastic action figure showcase. Today we're looking at more dinosaurs. First up we have the Shadow T-Rex from Schleich. It's their kind of go-to, more recent T-Rex sculpt, just painted all black, gray claws and red eyes, which they kind of eventually took to their Midnight figures, like their Midnight T-Rex and Giganotosaurus. This one came before that. It was like a Children's Museum exclusive. You can also find it under Black T-Rex, Schwartz T-Rex. I personally like to call it Tyrannosaurus Rex Noir Black Schwartz, or Dark Noir Black Schwartz, I suppose I should say. If you know what that's a reference to, let me know in the comments down below. But it's fine. It's just the regular Schleich T-Rex with less paint apps and more exclusive. I like it, though. So let's move it to the side and show off a Papo. Here's the Papo Allosaurus. Now, this isn't the current paint job they use for Allosaurus. This one's a little older. It was a gift from a friend. She gave it to her husband as a gift forever ago, and he threw it in a trunk. So she took it and gave it to me. But yeah, this is the older green paint job. I do have the newer brown paint job with the white line on the face. So this one is my female Allosaurus, and the brown one with the white line is my male Allosaurus. I'm like, oh, it's their sexual dimorphism. It's a pretty crazy sculpt. Lots of osteoderms and stuff might make actual paleo fans cringe a little. But Papo doesn't go for scientific accuracy. They go for the cool factor, and it is definitely cool. If you do go for scientific accuracy, you'll probably prefer Safari Limited, like this Safari Limited Utyrannus. It is Utyrannus, right? Okay, thank God. This is a very cool figure, probably one of my favorite safaris. Utyrannus is typically portrayed as white because it lived in what's considered a cold climate for a dinosaur. But I love how it's just covered, really coated in those feathers, almost little winglets on it, fully detailed and painted bottoms of the feet. And Safari also kind of likes to give us some form of genital too, so they have a little genital lump. It is a really gorgeously sculpted and painted figure, one of my favorite Tyrannosaur figures in my collection, for sure. And then let's throw in an herbivore, huh? Like this little vintage Parasaurolophus with the freaking ribbed loaf. I have no idea what this is from. I have no idea who made it. I don't see any product info on this puppy except for China. That's it. That's the only thing on it. But it's got more detail than you'd probably expect a little vintage guy like this to have. It's really cool. I like his weird human pose. He's a little freak. If you know what set or anything this guy comes from or who his manufacturer is, please let me know in the comments, because I'd really like to know so I can inventory it for my collection. And last but not least, we have a big guy. This is actually a mammal. Yeah, everything so far has been a dinosaur, but I throw all my prehistoric creatures in these, not just dinos. So here he is. Bum bum, bum bum, bum 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 bum. The Papo woolly mammoth. Yeah, this is actually one of Papo's cheaper big figures. Yeah, I think I got him for a little over 20, new with tag. It's clearly an older sculpt, but I do like the tusks. They're made of a rubbery material so they don't snap, but it's not like a real easily warped one. It's really held its shape. I really, really like this figure a lot. I think it's a good chunky mammoth to have. You look at it and you might not immediately recognize it as a Papo, but it is one, and I quite like it. So that is it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links and stuff, including our store where you can buy your own dinosaur figures. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.